For those of you who are gardeners in Arizona or contemplating moving to Arizona, it's a great place to garden, but occasionally we do get frosts. In fact, our frost season typically happens in late December, early January, and here we are in the second week of January, so it's a little bit late, and the weather is showing that we're gonna get a frost tomorrow. So I'm in my garden. I have a lot of produce that I need to harvest, because if I don't, then the fruit will just go to mush with the frost coming tonight. So behind me, you'll see me in a little bit cover these tomatoes because there are a lot of green fruits. If I pick them, they are just not gonna get red. And we don't eat a lot of fried green tomatoes in my family, so I'm gonna try covering them and we'll see tomorrow if they survive the frost. But over here, I do have some tomatoes that are ready to be picked. Some that are perfectly ripe and then others that are not. I will go ahead and pick some, for example, like this one down here that's partially red, because if I pick it, it will ripen inside. I've never covered my tomato plants going into a frost before, but this year my tomato plant is gigantic and I have more fruits than I've ever gone into a frost before with. So I understand that you can save a tomato plant and its fruits by covering it up with old bed sheets. I understand that the trick is to do it when it's warm out. So right now it's about 60 degrees out. So I'm gonna wrap up the tomato plant and keep it nice and toasty, and hopefully when the frost hits tonight, it'll be okay. So we'll discover that, of course, after the fact, but wish me luck. I feel like I'm tucking my tomatoes into bed. All right, that should do it. We'll see tomorrow how they do. So I'm here with my cucumbers, which my scarecrow, Angry Bob, has helped me save because I planted my cucumbers back in the summer and the birds were just eating all my little seedlings. So Angry Bob came along and drove the birds away, and now I have a lot of cucumbers, which will be mush if I don't harvest them before the frost. So a lot of these, again, are smaller than I typically would harvest them at, but I'd rather have them small than not at all. The pepper family is another family that is really vulnerable to frost. So anything in that family, jalapenos, bell peppers, sweet red peppers. So you'll see me clip mine. Mine are very small, but I can still use them in dishes. And then I'm also gonna clip some basil because basil is an herb that will not survive frost. So what I've learned to do is propagate herbs. I'll just clip some basil and put it in some water and let it sprout so that I have some ready to go after the frost. The squash family is particularly vulnerable to frost. So here I've got some Ford Hook zucchini and I've got a lot of it. I'm going to be harvesting some fruits that are smaller than I typically would, but I don't want to lose them because they'll be unusable with the frost coming tonight. I guess I need to make zucchini bread tonight. Luckily, a lot of my plants are frost hardy. For example, celery and broccoli and cauliflower will be just fine tonight.